Hi students, this is A. Mandari Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss a new chapter called Plant Kingdom. In earlier days, plant kingdom includes bacteria, fungi, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperm. After the advancement in scientific field, such as the advancement in microscopy, then advancement in the studies at molecular level, the fungi and bryophytes are segregated and kept in a separate kingdom. Then the plants are inevitable source of wealth for human being and all the living organisms which are exist in the universe. So plants are inevitable source of wealth. It can provide shelter, food, medicines and cloth. In addition, they can trap the light energy, especially the sunlight. It traps the sunlight and it converts the light energy into chemical energy by the process photosynthesis. In addition to that, it can sequester the carbon dioxide which are present in the atmosphere. That means the carbon dioxide is one of the major greenhouse gas which are present in the atmosphere. During photosynthesis, the plant can absorb carbon dioxide and it can release oxygen. So plants are minimizing the effect of carbon dioxide, because if the increase in the ratio of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere, it leads to global warming. It leads to global warming. It increases in the temperature around the world. So it increases temperature around the world and that condition is called as global warming. So plants sequester the carbon dioxide and it minimizing the ill effects of greenhouse gases, especially it sequestered carbon dioxide. Then plants are diverse in nature. They are ranging from microscopic algae to macroscopic angiosperm. So in this video, we are going to discuss the classification of plant kingdom. The plant kingdom can be divided into two sub-kingdom called cryptogams and phanerogams. Crypto means hidden. Crypto means hidden. Gamos means marriage. Gamos means marriage. So cryptogams means hidden their marriage. That means the plants do not possess seeds, flowers and fruits. They are reproduced by, they can reproduce asexually by spores, then sexually by gametes. But the spores and gametes are not visible to naked eyes. Their sexual characters are hidden. Their sexual characters are concealed. That is why they are called as cryptogams. While in the case of phanerogams, the plants are able to produce seeds. Especially the plants are able to produce seeds. Then the plants are able to produce fruits and flowers. So phanerogams means the plants are able to produce seeds, while in the case of cryptogams, the plants are not able to produce seeds, flowers and fruits. They hidden their sexual characters. The spores and gametes are not visible to naked eye. That is why they are called as cryptogams. Then this cryptogams subkingdom can be divided into three major divisions called Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Thallophyta. Thallo means young shoot. Thallo means young shoot. Phyta means plants. So Thallophyta means young shoot plants. Then the term thallus means the plant body is not differentiated into root, stem, leaves. Then the plants are not able to produce fruits, flower and seed. They can reproduce asexually by spores, sexually by gametes, and they do not possess embryo. They do not possess embryo because that male gamete and female gamete fuse to form zygote, and that zygote are directly developed into new young one. That is why Thallophyta do not possess embryos. So they are not called as embryophytes. This Thallophyta can be divided into subdivision called algae. Subdivision called algae. So algae are predominantly present in aquatic environment. Algae are predominantly present in aquatic environment. So that's all about Thallophyta. Then I am going to tell about Bryophyta. Bryophyta is otherwise called as amphibian of plant kingdom. Then the term Bryophyta includes hornworts, liverworts and mosses. So they are collectively called as Bryophyta, and they are called as amphibian of plant kingdom because the Bryophyta are evolved from the algae, because these algae are predominantly present in aquatic environment, while in the case of bryophyte it can present in both terrestrial and aquatic environment. That is why they are concluded, scientists are concluded that bryophytes are evolved from algae because they can live in both terrestrial and aquatic environment. Hence they are called as amphibian of plant kingdom. They are called as amphibian of plant kingdom, and they possess embryos. The Bryophyta possess embryos. That is why they are called as embryophytes. From Bryophyta up to angiosperms are all called as embryophytes because all the plants possess embryos. So the fusion of gametes, that is male and female gamete, fuse to form zygote, and that zygotes are protected by embryo, and that embryo are present in the parent. So Bryophyta are called as embryophytes because it possesses embryos, and they are called as, otherwise called as amphibian of plant kingdom. Amphibian of plant kingdom. So bryophytes can live in moist and shady places, and it can live in both terrestrial and aquatic environment. Then I am going to tell about Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta is the first terrestrial vascular plant. First terrestrial vascular plant. That means they are Tracheophyta. Tracheophyta. Tracheophyta means tracheids. Tracheids plants. That means tracheids plants. Vascular plants means this Pteridophyta contains vascular tissues like xylem and phloem. Tracheids. The xylem is made up of tracheids. Xylem is made up of tracheids. Xylem is responsible for water conduction. Phloem is responsible for food conduction. So Pteridophyta contains vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. That is why they are called as Tracheophyta, and Pteridophytes are otherwise called as first land or terrestrial vascular cryptogams because it comes under the subkingdom cryptogams, and they are also called as snake of the plant kingdom. Pteridophytes are otherwise called as snakes of the plant kingdom. The reason is the pteridophytes are evolved from bryophytes. Pteridophytes are evolved from bryophytes. In animal kingdom, the reptiles are evolved from amphibian, isn't it? Likewise, the pteridophytes are evolved from bryophytes. Bryophytes are otherwise called as amphibian of plant kingdom. That is why pteridophytes are otherwise called as snakes of plant kingdom, because pteridophytes are evolved from bryophytes. Then it contains vascular tissues. That is why they are called as tracheophyta. Then they are terrestrial vascular plants. They doesn't require the aquatic environment, but it requires moist condition, but it doesn't require the aquatic environment. While in the case of bryophytes, it requires water for sexual reproduction, because during sexual reproduction the male gametes has to swim and it has to reach the female gamete for fertilization. So in bryophytes the plant requires water for sexual reproduction, while in the case of pteridophytes it doesn't require water, it can live in moist shady environment. So that's all about the subkingdom cryptogams. So cryptogams can be divided into three major divisions called Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Then I am going to tell about the Phanerogams. So the subkingdom Phanerogams can be classified into division called Spermatophyta. Spermatophyta. So phyta means plants, spermatophyta means they can produce seeds. The plants can produce seeds. Then spermatophyta can be divided into two subdivisions, namely gymnosperm, then angiosperm. So gymnosperms are otherwise called as first seed producing plants. First seed producing plants. So from the pteridophytes, gymnosperms are evolved, because here the vascular tissues are evolved. After that, the gymnosperms are able to produce seeds. So gymnosperms are otherwise called as first land seed producing plants. So gymno means naked. Gymno means naked. Sperma means seed. So gymnosperm possess naked seeds. The ovules are not enclosed by ovary. That is why the seeds are naked. Then while in the case of angiosperms, the seeds are covered. Angio means sac. Angio means sac. So the seeds are covered by a sac-like structure, or the ovules are covered by ovary. That is why they are called as angiosperms. And they can produce flowers. Angiosperms can produce flowers and fruits. While in the case of gymnosperm, they are not able to produce flowers. They can able to produce seeds only. Then it shows a cone-like structure. The microsporophyll and megasporophyll get compressed and they can produce, or they can organize into a cone-like structure, a cone. So gymnosperm can produce a cone, while in the case of angiosperm, they are able to produce fruits and flowers. So that's all about the classification of plant kingdom. If you have any doubt, please clarify with me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.